Okay, so growing up, one of the things I never really got into like that was Pokemon. Everyone around me, all the kids I was cool with, everybody else liked Pokemon. Everybody brought their cars to school. Me, I just played with my Pikachu toys, watched the show, and that was it. That's where I drew the line. I played a few games on DS here and there, but I was never really too into it. I've used the characters in Smash Bros. But hey, that boy Lucario in Smash Bros, he's like that. But recently, actually not recently,
because I've taken forever to edit this video.
my man's over at the Bread Show. If you're not subscribed to him, yo, tune into his videos, bro. Anime content, video game. He be on all of that. He asked me if I've ever seen the first Pokemon movie. And you know what I said?
Hell no.
But he thought it would be a great idea, as him being like a Pokemon expert. He's been into Pokemon since a youngin', is still into it to this day. He knows everything about anything Pokemon that you can imagine. He wanted to revisit the first movie. He's seen it before, but he also wanted to talk about it with me as a person who's never really gotten into Pokemon like that. The question today is, does the first Pokemon movie really stand the test of time? And can I be converted to a Pokemon? Those are not my pronouns. If you enjoy anything Pokemon, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for your boy, and we're gonna get right into it.
This movie, I'm gonna be honest with you, Sean. I've been watching this movie over and over again for years, really. Ever since I was a kid, I had this on disc, and I just kept rewatching. And I never usually rewatch movies.
So this is like a classic for you. I didn't think this is like a classic.
This is a classic.
I thought we was both going in fresh takes.
No,
You've been watching this for your whole life.
Well, this is my perspective. Is like, okay, let me go back to a movie I loved as a child and see if it's good as an adult. And then I wanted your insight because it was a fresh perspective and basically unbiased. Because you don't play Pokemon at all, right?
Not at all. I haven't. When I was younger, I played like the DS like side scroll, not side scroller ones, but like the ones where it was like pixels. I don't remember exactly what that's called, but like I feel like you know what I'm talking about. But I played two of those in like elementary school. I recently tried to play Violet again for the first time since elementary school. Like that was my first Pokemon game in a long time. Didn't play it for more than 30 minutes. That's it. So like this is kind of like a low-key reintroduction, kind of.
This is perfect. So what were your overall thoughts?
Bro, overall, I feel like if this was like my first introduction to Pokemon when I was like a youngin', I probably would like Pokemon how you like Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. The main thing that I started thinking when I first started watching this movie, yo, Mewtwo just reminded me of Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know why. I have, bro.
Bro, do you
see the
I didn't think
vision?
that. I didn't think that, but now that you say it, it's connecting.
Yo, you know, I grew up like with Sonic, like how you were with Pokemon, low key. So like in my head, I was like, oh, this dude was basically made to be the ultimate life form, ultimate Pokemon, same thing. He realizes like he's not really a purpose outside of a weapon, and then he just loses his shit. And that's basically the character. That's all it is. So immediately when I saw him in the tank, I was like, oh, that's Shadow. And Genocide, bro. Both of them wanted to just kill. They just wanted to end the world. I don't remember if that's how it was in Sonic Adventure 2, but I know in the movie, I don't know if you watched the Sonic.
Oh, the new movies, the live action ones?
Yeah, he was like mad because
he was
mad because they, you know, like they killed Mariah, like they had him locked away, and then he was like, you know what? Oh, y'all gotta go. Yeah. That's why he was so quick to side with Eggman. I was like, this is literally the same thing. Like he just decided, like, oh, you take my kind and kind of make them slaves. Y'all gotta go. That was just the same thing. I just thought about that when I was watching it.
Growing up, I played Sonic Adventures 2. I played Sonic X, and I watched the new Sonic movies or whatever. Sonic X was a cartoon one, right? That was on
Sonic X. Yeah, it was like it was supposedly anime. It's basically a cartoon. Same thing.
Those are the 3 times I really seen Shadow, and it was kind of the same story.
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. He's just mad. That just reminded me of him. But I really like the movie. I'm not trying to. I guess I'm not gonna do spoilers at this exact second in case anybody watching hasn't watched the movie, even though it's like old as hell. But at the end with Ash, that was the most power friendship ass thing that I've seen in a long time. But like I had to reel it back, and I'd be like, bro, this is Pokemon, bro. Like, what are you expecting? Yeah, it was cool though, but I was surprised people was dying. Like, yo, Mewtwo just blew up the whole building at the beginning of the movie. I was like, oh, we killing people. I was like, okay, yes. Like, it's wild.
I was thinking the same thing because it was like people in the games and in the shows or whatever, most of the games or whatever, they're supposed to be 10 years old. So it's like,
yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, yo, isn't Ash like a child? And they
yeah. And they're killing people.
Yeah, they're just killing people, and he's over here trying to box with this murderer, trying to commit genocide on the earth and stuff.
And the whole movie's about racism.
Yeah, the whole entire movie's about racism. Bro, it's just not what I was
going
expecting
back
at
to
all.
It's like, wow, this is deep as hell for the
Yeah, but I like that though. I like that though. I like when
Yeah.
kind of like kids stuff do that. So it's like you can watch it as an
Yeah,
adult and be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
they're actually trying to say something important to people, even though kids not really gonna pick up
Right.
on that. They just see Pokemon and get
Right.
excited. But yeah, the movie was good. I
Speaking
really
of that,
liked
did
it.
you have a favorite Pokemon in the movie?
Obviously Lucario wasn't in the movie. I'm a Lucario
Okay.
and Pikachu. I love them, and I'm not even into Pokemon stuff. I'm just basically Super Smash Bros. And Squirtle. I fuck with Squirtle. I think in the movie it was Mewtwo,
Gotcha.
and in the movie it was Mewtwo.
Oh, okay.
Bro, he was just cold. Like when he was talking to people, did you notice that he was just talking to them through his psychic powers? Like he never opened his mouth, not one time.
I didn't realize that on my first watch. Obviously, I was a kid, but I started to realize, like, bro, he's mind controlling people and talking.
Yeah, like if anybody's
talking.
if anybody's mouth is moving, it's because like he's control. Like when he basically controlled the woman and was talking to them through like her.
Yeah,
That's the only time like he really like talked out loud. And I was like, yo, this dude is cold. Like I don't know. I just liked him.
Some of the things that I didn't remember at first. Ash tried to put hands.
Bro, he tried to scrap with him after seeing everyone get folded. That was crazy. I was like, who is this guy?
If you want to act like a human, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna put you pause on.
Yes.
How do you feel about the pacing of the movie?
I feel like it was fast. It was fast, but I mean,
It was
like,
very fast.
It was super fast. Like they were like, bro, Mewtwo blew up the lab. Go straight to Ash in the Team Rocket.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
to them. I had to search who they were at first because I remember them from an old show I used to watch. But I was like, why are they so obsessed with Ash? But then I remember they're like trying to get they're trying to steal his Pokemon or something.
Steal Pikachu.
But but it just went from that, and then it was like, oh, it was a tournament. Then they're at the station for the tournament. Then you see Mewtwo basically builds a whole island, which I thought about. I was like, yo, it's been like 10 minutes. You already got a whole secret fortress. But I had to suspend my disbelief. I was like, it was moving fast though, but I'm not expecting anything like amazing in pacing or anything. But it moved fast. It moved fast. But I guess, hey, that dude had his mind made up that he wanted everyone gone. So he wasn't taking no off days. It was just immediately.
When I loaded up the movie and saw that the runtime was an hour and 14 minutes, I was like, damn,
Like it's
this
short.
movie is only an hour. Yeah, that was pretty short. Like animated movies aren't long usually, especially like hand drawn ones like this. It was some CGI in it, whatever, but which I didn't realize when I was watching it as a kid. But
I only realized it was like the door, like at his fortress.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize any other CGI. Not that I noticed.
I think it was the CGI was mainly in the fortress. The hand drawn animation that was beautiful.
Bro,
that was
it's
one of the beautiful
timeless,
parts.
man. This right here. I don't know how many. Well, I saw that there's like a sequel to this one. It's like Mewtwo Returns, and it's other
Yes,
Pokemon
yes.
movies. I don't know what specifically it is, but like 90s and like 80s like anime, bro. It's just so timeless. I don't know how like. I mean, we have crazy stuff now. Don't get me wrong, but like it's low key like. Overall, it's been backtracked so bad. Like I don't think we have as many like timeless things like a Cowboy Bebop or like these Pokemon movies or like Dragon Ball. Like it was just different back then.
They take their time with every frame, and that says why like the movie's short for a movie, you know. So it's like, and I remember watching Pokemon the anime more than the movies. And of course, because it's a long-running show or anime or whatever, the quality of animation is not as good as it is in this movie. Do you think Mewtwo was justified?
No. First of all, no. He's a crash out.
I honestly feel like I put this in my notes too. I feel like the moment where he heard Pikachu literally say, "Bro, these dudes are our friends. Like, not every human's bad." The movie should have ended right there. Because, and then you should have just had a talk. You should have just heard him out. But he was like, "No, you all are fools." And then he just keeps going with this plan of genocide. But like, it's just like but then I only think that because of how it ended and how he literally had to see somebody almost die for him to be like, "Oh, maybe humans are okay." Like I don't know how a Pokemon could care so much for a human like this. But I feel like if you're gonna come to that conclusion, you could have just heard the little yellow bastard out. Like you could have heard him talk a little bit. Like, come on.
One of the things about earlier Pokemon is when it was first coming around, like even when I was a kid, because It came out like late 90s. I was born in early 2000s. So when it was first coming out, like some of the questions about Pokemon, the franchise in general, was like, is this supporting animal cruelty, or like,
oh my god,
is it like immorally wrong, like to do this with Pokemon? Which I never cared about as a kid. But
who cares about
watching
that?
this movie, once Mewtwo kind of raised the question at first of, is it right to capture Pokemon?
Yeah, I
train them?
thought that too.
I remember as a kid, it was like, is it right? But then they justified it in the movie. I just used that explanation for, my own moral compass.
I will say though, that part I really, really liked how he kind of questions it, because when you think about the whole Pokemon thing in general, it's low key, it's not sick, because most of the time, most of the Pokemons are literally like, they see it as a friendship. Like, Pikachu's is friend with Ash, and most people are friends with their trainers. But like Mewtwo's in his eyes, no one's consenting, because I guess he's only seeing it his way. So it's like, think about, there's definitely Pokemon that like, they probably feel like slaves. There's definitely some out there. So it kind of makes you think this is kind of sick, but like it kind of flips the whole like thing on top of his head when you really think about it.
That's why I brought up the question, was he justified? Because there was like, obviously the genocide part is wrong, but like the reason why he got hot in the first place, I was like, okay, you're born and then you see your kind getting toted around in Pokeballs.
Carried around on a bunch of balls against their will.
It's like, maybe I don't feel the best about this.
Maybe I don't feel the best about this. I mean, I guess I get his opinion, but like, yo, there are so many other things you could have thought about. Like, you didn't have to kill everybody. Like, I feel like you could have maybe like tried to free all the Pokemon and stuff, or try to destroy all Pokeballs or something else. Like, bro, we did not have to go to straight murder everybody. I guess he's only been born for like a day in the movie, so like, I guess he didn't have that much time to game plan.
This all happened fast in the movie.
Right.
This movie was so good. But I have to ask you, what were the negatives you feel like?
My negatives on the movie,
if any.
Okay, one thing I'll say was kind of outdated was what we were talking about earlier, the pacing. I feel like, because the only like anime movies that I've seen from back then are Dragon Ball. I've probably seen most of the, I don't know, I've seen probably like 70-80% of the Dragon Ball movies, but the pacing in those were always fast, like significantly fast. Like, it was like the movies might literally just be like an hour, maybe 50 minutes or something, but it was always fast. The pace reminded me of it. Mewtwo, he just seemed like Shadow to me, and it's kind of like the immature, I'm just born, I was done wrong, everybody gotta die. I just felt like it was a little drastic, but I mean, and the ending too. That ending did not age well, but I mean, like, bro, Ash, he should have died multiple times, let's be honest. Bro, it was multiple times in that movie, I'm like, yo, he's still alive. How is he still alive?
Okay, it was cap.
Yeah, but other than that, though, like, I don't really have that many negatives on the movie, other than like there was some not really plot holes. It was kind of like, if you think about it, it could have gone a different way. Like Mewtwo, like you said earlier, he could have really just mind control everybody, or if he really wanted to kill everybody, like, there was no reason to hold in a tournament. The movie was really about him trying to find his purpose, I guess. Like in Pokemon, if they all have a purpose, but I feel like he was just trying to test his strength. Like, I guess he only found his like purpose in his strength, so a tournament is the only way he's gonna figure that out. So he gets all the best Pokemon in the world to kind of come fight or whatever, and he just dog walks all of them.
It's really hard for me to come up with real like criticisms for this movie, because
you've grown up with it for so long too.
Exactly, I've grown up with it. Is rose tinted glasses. I basically judge every Pokemon movie based off of this movie. But if I had to come up, really. And it's like, if I had to come up with like a negative, Mewtwo was a little bit too extreme. Like,
way too extreme.
Go back and think, like, he was born, he had questions about destiny, and somehow jumped to killing everyone on the planet.
Everybody gotta go.
Just resetting the whole world in a matter of maybe days. Like, so I know they wanted to make him like an anime villain, like this big bad anime villain, of course, because that, raises the stakes for the movie. But the decision-making process of how he actually got there is a little bit questionable.
Insane.
It's questionable.
And then, I got one more. One more. I don't even know if it's a flaw. I just thought it was hilarious, bro. Within In my head, this movie is only 2 days long, maybe 2-3 days long, bro. Within a 2-3 day span, this dude is born, decides he wants to commit genocide, tries to commit genocide, and then when he changes his mind, he wipes everyone's mind. So everyone forgets about it, and then he just goes about his business.
Right? Crazy weekend. That part about it, like, it's easy to overlook that as a kid because, you know, villains are just villains as the kid. But like looking back on it, it's like, you know, you kind of did jump around a bit.
Yeah, you definitely was jumping around.
If you had to give it a rating, what would you give it?
Out of 10, I think overall.
And when you rate it, I don't mean to interrupt. My bad, but
you good.
When you rate it, don't rate it as a Pokemon movie or a kids movie. Just rate it in general.
My review is a 7 out of 10. That's my personal review. I say 7.5 out of 10, 7.5. But I can see, like, I was Googling, like, when I was trying to find the exact movie you were talking about, bro, it's like beloved. Like, I was seeing 9s, like 8.5s, 9.5s. I completely understand that. Like, if I would have watched this around the same time as you, I would probably worship this movie too. Like, this would probably be like the great of Pokemon movies, or just like these type of anime movies in general. But for me, like, now I'd give it like a 7, 7.5.
Okay, and just for reference, what other movie you think it is a 7.5?
Yo, it's this movie that I used to worship when I was in elementary school. It's a Sonic CD movie. I feel like it was just called Sonic Hedgehog. Movie. Have you ever played Sonic CD?
I played Sonic CD. I didn't know it had a movie.
Bro, it had a movie. Low key, if we ever did another one of these, we should watch that. I might find it. I don't remember if it was exactly called Sonic CD. It might have been called like Sonic OVO or something. I don't remember, but I think the movie's literally available on YouTube. But he was fighting Metal Sonic, and it's like Knuckles had, I don't know if you ever seen his look with like the cowboy hat.
Oh,
I think that's where the look came from. I can't remember, but I remember in that movie it was Metal Sonic. The music was crazy in that movie. The animation was tough. That movie for me was like,
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was like, it's not like an amazing movie or anything, but like that to me when I was younger, I was like, yo, this is gas. Like, the fights was crazy, the music was good. That's a movie I would go back to. Like, I can tell you, I know it's not that good, but like, to me, I'd put that, like, from my younger self, it would have to be like a 9, 8.5, something like that.
You mentioning that movie reminded me of the early Netflix days watching Sonic Underground.
Yeah,
Sonic
bro. Oh my God, bro. I'm so glad you've seen that. Oh my God. I thought I was the only one. Bro, I swear to God, I've never met somebody else that has seen that damn show. I had that show on DVD.
Yeah. I watched it on Netflix, and then Netflix took it off, and that was gone forever.
Yeah, bro. Nobody's heard of it. It's just like one of those forgotten cartoons.
And then he had 2 other characters that I don't even think are in the Sonic universe.
Bro, they never showed up again. It was his brother and sister, the green one. I don't remember his name, but I remember.
He had a mom in that one?
Yeah, he literally had a mother. The whole show was them looking for their mom. And like,
she was brown.
Yeah, bro. I remember the whole plot. Yo, I remember, like, oh my God, that show was great. Yeah. Like, all of them had like instruments that they used as weapons and stuff. Like,
sleeper for show.
Yeah, it was Sonic a weird
wasn't even
one.
The only main character.
He wasn't. It was his siblings were like the dual protagonists. Like, it was a good show. In my video, I'm putting the theme song in right now, bro. That theme song, bro. Oh my God, I used to sing to that theme song every single time. Yeah.
And speaking of the music in Sonic Underground, the music in the Pokemon movie surprised me.
It was solid.
R&B. Yeah, they had R&B in this. I was like, is this R&B that I'm listening to?
Bro, I wrote it. I literally took notes. Yo, bro, so the first time we see Ash, the music that started playing when like that dude pulled up on him and just wanted to like fight Pokemon, that music, I had to sit up a little bit. I was like, hold up, this is like shit kind of beautiful. I was like,
because I wrote in my notes too. I was like, who sung it? Because this is the main theme of. He sung the main theme. He did a cover of the main theme of Pokemon for the Pokemon movie, and he was killing it.
Bro, that shit was amazing. I was like, hold up, bro.
My rating, if 10 is perfect, and it was hard for me to find a flaw. The only flaw that I have looking back on it, even as a 23-year-old adult looking back on it, from a movie I've been watching since I was maybe 7. And I could only find one flaw, which was YouTube. I mean, on YouTube was a little extreme. I have to give it like a 9.5, like 9.5, and just take a half point off for that because I cannot find the flaw.
I feel you.
Other than that.
And then it probably holds such a special place in your heart too.
But if every good movie you wish was longer. Well, I mean, not every good movie, but it's like every short good movie you wish was longer.
Okay, after all this, does the Pokemon movie really stand the test of time? I think it does. I think as a first introduction into the world, it does a great job. Low-key a deep message that adults can resonate with as well. Introduces a lot of the Pokemon. The music too, we ain't even gonna talk about the music, bro. I could make a whole video about the music alone. I'm happy with my watch. If y'all have any other movies that y'all suggest that we check out that are maybe video game related or anything like that, or if you have any comments about this movie too, let me know down below in the comments. If you watched this far, I love you, bro. Might as well leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, do all that sweet shit for your boy, bro. And yes, it's cold in here. I've had my blanket on the whole time, but I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
I said I'm spinning out the way still, paving in the sun to getting paid still. I'm rolling up a chair like Curry Day still, staying out the way still. She love me cause I'm real, she like to feel real. She kid around as ill ass energy feel.
He asked me if I've ever seen the first Pokemon movie, and you know what I said?
Hell no.